all I got from a single batch. The recipe in this video is a double batch. You can easily just cut it in half and you'll have excellent fudge. But I did want to show you this about how much I got from one single recipe of it. Again, I'm doing a double recipe. Okay, let's get to it. Hey everybody, it's me, Hetty, and oh, yum, yum, yum. If you're new to, quote, candy making, and I do not profess to be a candy maker, as you can see, all my stuff's been really, really easy. But it all gets eaten up, and I get requests for more, so it must be pretty good. All right, now I'm making a double batch because this is so popular. Okay, so peanut butter fudge, here we go. I have 4 sticks of butter, a whole box, whole pound of butter. 2 cups of smooth peanut butter. And you may or may not have seen this in other recipes, but look, y'all know I many times make my own peanut butter, but even if I do buy it, I buy the natural. But for this, plain old Jif or Peter Pan or whatever's your favorite, regular store-bought, not natural peanut butter works better for fudge. Okay, so I have a pound of butter, 2 cups of peanut butter. I have half of a teaspoon of salt. If you're making a half batch, of course, that'd be just a quarter. And I have a tablespoon and a half of vanilla extract. And yes, I use and make my own vanilla extract. Over here in the back, I have 7 cups of powdered sugar. If you're making a half batch, you'd need 3½ sifted. Just because I don't want lumps in my fudge. I don't want to be trying to work out a lump when I'm stirring, okay? So first things first, this in my batter bowl is going to go in the microwave for 2 minutes. Then I'm going to just stir it up really good, get everything melted. I'm going to put it back in for 2 minutes. And then I'll bring you back each step. But in it goes right now, 2 minutes. I have a 1000 watt microwave. This is a really hard recipe to mess up though, okay? So don't be freaking out. If you got less than 1000, go about another 30 seconds. If you've got a really powerful one, I'd back off a little bit, go down to 60 to 70% power. Okay, the first 2 minutes have passed. Looks like a mess, doesn't it? All buttered and quite melted, but this is hot enough it will melt, especially within the next, and that was ice dropping in my fridge. All right, so I'm just going to stir this up thoroughly. Matter of fact, the butter is melting as I stir. It's kind of like chocolate. It melts while I'm stirring. All right, I've given that a great stir, and I'll give it an even better stir when I take it out after the next 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. In it goes. This is still not so hot I can touch it. 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes because I laid that on my cabinet. My cabinet's clean, but now I got a mess to clean up. So I'll see you in another 2 minutes. Now we're going to give it a good stir. See, it's bubbling a little bit. That's normal. All right. In goes the salt. I'm going to give it a good stir. In goes my vanilla. It may bubble just a little bit again as I stir, and it is just a little bit. Not too much. And I'm stirring and I'm stirring. I'm trying to get it where you can see the mixture and not me. All right, now, that was pretty quick and simple. Give it a good stir. I had to bring my powdered sugar up, and boy, this is going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to pour this in. It's a little bit heavy being a double batch. You know, do it even a half batch. A quarter of this batch. If you're not sure, you want to do it that way. Peanut butter fudge is really easy. All right, now, obviously you're going to stir. And what I do in the beginning is I just try to bring the liquid to the powder. Powdered sugar. Eventually you're going to have to mix it. All right, so I'm going to continue doing this. I'll bring you back because I know you can't see good and I can't reach it good. So bear with me. I'll bring you right back. Okay, I'm continuing to mix, but I'm just showing you what it looks like. After a while, I start just pushing the sugar down into the peanut butter. It does take a little bit of elbow grease, so that's why I cannot do this with the way the camera is, and I'm sorry about that. We're working on a different rig. But in the meantime, if I'm going to get videos out to y'all, I've got to just kind of make do. All right. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just going in. When I see a clump of powdered sugar, which I don't really have a clump anymore, I just start smushing down, okay? When I finish doing this, I'll bring you right back. I've done this a lot better. I'm probably going to give it another little zhuzh before I put it in the pan. But look, just pretend like you're icing a cake. A lot of people, oh, you got to use a wooden spoon. No, you don't. Silicone spatulas work the absolute best for that. Been using one since they got really popular years ago. I do scrambled eggs, everything. Anyway, I'm gonna keep, when I'm ready to put it, I've already got my pan, got parchment paper. I showed y'all in another video how I spritz it with Pam. Then I just run my finger along the edge and then it goes right in there. All right, I'll bring you back. Alrighty, as you can see, I've mixed this up thoroughly. And again, awkward with my angle, but I had my pan ready just with parchment. I showed y'all how to do that before. It's really easy. Let me move this bowl out of the way. All right, had a camera mishap. Well, it's actually lighting. So look, obviously, now you know your parchment paper will be slippery. And I just go and I mash it. I'll show you right here in the corners. Try to get that where you can see it better. I go to the corners and then I'm going to pat it down. I try to just gently come to the corners. All right, each corner, just give each corner its own little turn. Get your corners done first before you start spreading it out. Now, that looks kind of messy, right? And you can say, well, that's homemade peanut butter fudge. But I have a little trick. Allow me to show you. Okay, maybe you can see it better like this. I take an extra piece of parchment, lay on the top, just slowly and carefully work my way around to the edges. All right, edges. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about being perfect. Just run your hand along. As I'm doing, I'll try to get a close-up of that and show you. And then, look, just take your hand, and it'll be much smoother than if you just tried to do it with a spatula or spoon or anything else. And that's it. I just rub my hands over that, and I just leave it on. And this is going to go in the refrigerator 2 to 2.5 hours. But through the magic of YouTube, I have a single batch that I did already. I just pulled it out. Okay, let me get my good knife that I've been cutting with. Now look, all you do is your edges won't be exactly pretty. That's okay. Look, I just cut it like this. Remember I told you about what my kids call collateral damage? Well, the edges, whatever I cut off the edges, they get. Yes, they're really good at it. They seem to have radar when I'm making something. And then you're going to go, mine is about a little over a 1/2 inch thick. So I usually just go, I make mine a little bigger. I had a 9x9 pan, see, so if you're using an 8x8, yours will be a little bit thicker, but it'll still be about this size. And then I just come and I cut the half in half, just kind of like I did with the fudge, similar. I just try to follow my path. Nothing fancy. They are homemade treats. And they are so good. Alright, and then I come along half. Again, or approximate. It's not exact again. We're talking homemade treats. Sometimes I get a little crooked like I just did. And then I just decide, I usually just do 3 little pieces of each little section. You know, if it's thicker, I might go in and go like this. Now if you want to, you can wrap these in parchment or wax paper, kind of like a piece of candy, if you wanted to, and give them away that way. But it'll stay up to about a week good at room temperature. You know, it's fine. So anyway, or you know, you can go narrow, and you can still, if you like, you know, at work, you're trying to stretch it or something, and just make little bitty ones. It's just kind of up to you what you're wanting, you know, and what you're taking it for. If you're giving it away, or you're making it for your kids. I mean, this doesn't have to be Christmas. This is great. But anyway, there you have it. Amazing. Peanut butter fudge. And of course, I'll get that pretty photo picture to put in the beginning of the video, right? Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for all the good wishes I received on my last video where I was just talking to y'all. I know I hadn't been seen for a while, but that's all right. I'm still here, guys. So, having said that, I will see you in the next video. Got a few more between now and Christmas coming up. I'm trying to, like this. This is something you could make. The stores most likely don't run out of peanut butter, right? Or powdered sugar. They just got plenty of it. So if you've got that, you've got this, right? And butter, they're not going to run out of butter. I hope not. They are. They kind of suck. All right. I'll see you next time because I'm starting to ramble about peanut butter fudge. Love y'all. See you next time.